Pac-Man's 20th anniversary, stepping into the platform genre and adding a third dimension with references to Dig Dug and Galaga making worlds collide. This is Pac-Man World for the PlayStation 1. I'm Mr. Broccoli, and join me on this Let's Play as we take this game down. It's Pac-Man World for the PlayStation 1. And in this Let's Play, I am not including the opening cutscenes, because, well, if you really want to see them, just look them up on your own time. They're not in this. And we immediately begin our game with a throwback area to the original Pac-Man. We have a little maze here, and it happens to be on a beach, and BAM! That ghost is dead! Let's get the other one, and boom! BAM! 2 ghosts dead. Deader than dead. I mean, after all, to be a ghost, you had to die to begin with, so they just died twice, and that is one rough situation for those ghosts, isn't it? But enough of that. We are on the beach area because this is the first world of Pac-Man World, and this world is the pirate world. That's right, pirates at the beginning of the game. You know, a lot of games, specifically platformer games like Sonic and Mario, those types, they have it where the first world is always some grassy hill type area. Like you got Green Hill Zone, Emerald Hill Zone, Yoshi's Island from Super Mario World, whatever the first world in Mario 3 is, I forget. It's always just, hills and that. But with Pac-Man World, forget all that cliche platformer tropes. We're immediately starting with pirates. That's right, pirates. We are starting this level with pirates, and they are going to beat you down hard. That's right. And now here we have to use this attack move in the game called the Not Spin Dash. It works where you start revving up in place and then start rolling forwards really fast. One might say that you're rolling around at the speed of sound, but hey, let's not put Sonic references in my Pac-Man videos. But to this game's credit, while it is really similar to the Spin Dash, in fact, it's almost the exact same thing, it's used for different situations in this game as it would for Sonic, so I'll give this game some credit. This game is mostly used for rev-roll pads rather than, just gaining instant speed because it goes away quickly. And one thing I have to say right here is, how do we get up so high? We're above mountains in the background. Mountains! Look at that! Look at how high up we are! I thought we began this game I thought we began the level at the sea level. We were at a beach at the beginning. How did we get so high up? How did that happen? We were at beach at the beginning, and now we're this high up! That ain't right. Just ain't right. Unproportional mountain geography in my Pac-Man game. Ah, screw it. Well, anyways, now we're about to get to the end of our level, and here you are about to see a mechanic called the Fruit Door mechanic. Basically, in this game, fruit acts as keys, where if you find the right fruit and find a door with the fruit marked on it, you get to open that door. So yeah, it's basically like keys, but with a little reference to the original Pac-Man. So that's a cool little system that this game likes to use a lot. And I mean a lot. If you want to 100% this game, you will be doing a lot of backtracking. But this isn't a 100% run, so you won't have to see that in this video. Moving on. Now we go to Ghost Island. The most evil island in the world, filled with ghosts. That's right, ghosts. Everywhere. They're going to find you, and they're going to kill you. But before they can kill you, we have to go to level 2. This level is Corsair's Cove. No. Corsair's Corsair Cove. Who the hell is Corsair? Corsair! Forget it. Now, the steel ball power-up becomes a big reoccurring element in this level. There are a lot of water sections that you'll need it for. I didn't really talk about it in the first level. In fact, I didn't mention it at all, but the steel ball power-up is essentially the metal wing cap from Mario 64, where it turns you into a metal version of yourself. Metal Pac-Man. And what it does is it lets you become invincible, and it lets you walk underwater, which in this game is necessary for a lot of parts because, well, a lot of boxes in this game are positioned underwater, and if you want to break them, well, you can't do it while swimming, so you're going to have to be metal to do so. In fact, I'm kind of surprised I haven't even mentioned the butt bounce, but you probably already figured it out from the first level. The butt bounce is your main attack in this game that is done by pressing the jump button to jump and then pressing it again while you're in the air. When you do it, you bounce down and slam anything beneath you. But like I said, you probably already noticed it from part 1, so why am I mentioning it again? And I could have let that thing come all the way across and made that jump, I think. Oh, well, time to take the... Oh, wait. I have no idea what I'm talking about here, do I? It's the letter A. Yeah. Ah! A for ah. Satisfaction, but, I'm going to be getting some letters, but I'm not, like I said, doing 100% because that would add a lot of backtracking to this, and while I don't mind it while playing the game, for a Let's Play, you could probably do without. And, alright, let's go up here, and as you can see, we cannot make that jump, so we gotta find a solution. Let's see what's down here. Health wedge, screw it, I didn't need it. But what's up here? Hey, it's an orange. Okay, let's just head back. And when you're right here, you'll notice that the orange is starting to move up and down in the bottom corner, and it is making a, like, noise. I can't recreate it correctly, but you know it's making that noise. But when that happens, it means you are nearby a fruit door that fruit that you have can open. So that's another thing. So now we can finally get across this moving platform, because as well as this game loving to use fruit doors everywhere, this game loves having a lot of switches. That's right, there's switches everywhere in every level. But again, while the game loves to use it a lot, I feel like the game does a good job of never really overusing it too much. Oh, crud, I got fallen down there. Dang. Ow. Anyways, this game loves using switches a lot that you have to butt bounce on. But, like I said again, it never really overdoes it too much. It never becomes to the, to the point where it's like a puzzle game. It still remains a platformer all throughout, and I think they did a good job with it. So, cheers for that. Another thing I love about this game is the fact that even though every level has, ghosts throughout them, and although they don't really get stronger as the game goes on, I like how they are, wearing an outfit that is based off the theme of the level that you're in. Like, the ones you just saw there were wearing pirate outfits. And as we'll see later, the ghosts in later levels will have different types of outfits. It's a nice little touch, and this is the only Pac-Man World game where they do that. Pac-Man World 2 kinda does it, but not as much. And Pac-Man World 3, what even is Pac-Man World 3? I mean, ghosts in Pac-Man, you have to play the game to know why I'm getting like that. I do not like World 3. I liked it as a kid, I don't like it now, but maybe for another time. And that end right there, you need to jump off that barrel to get it, but the catch is, you might not know that the first time, so you'll just butt bounce on that barrel assuming there's something in it, and then you'll realize, wait, there's nothing in that barrel. I guess there's no point. And then you'll see letter N up there, and you're like, ooh, I gotta get that letter N. But wait, I needed that barrel to jump up there. Darn you, level design! And then you have to play the whole level over again. Frustrating, isn't it? But, So now this part I was getting a little confused because I was trying to find the key for, saving Puka in this world, and I forgot where it was. In fact, I think it's in this box right here. Was I getting confused, or was I just doing the right thing? Oh well, either way, I got the key, so that'll become important later. I'm sure many of you who are watching this have already played the game before and already know this, but for those that haven't, well, first of all, why the hell are you watching a Let's Play this game? Oh, I won't question it. Nah. But anyways, for those of you that haven't played the game before, the key is for unlocking your friends that will be trapped throughout various areas in the game. In the pirate world, like I said, Puka is trapped in this area, and each world has one different family member that you saw get kidnapped at the beginning. And one catch with the keys is that they are very rarely in the same level that the family member is trapped within. So sometimes you might have to replay several different levels to figure out which one has the key, because also the key is sometimes hidden fairly well. So that's another irritating thing. And there's not many guides for this game. And now, it's never really cryptic. Like, if you really try to look everywhere, you'll find the keys sooner or later. It's never, to the point where you need a guide. I mean, I beat this game without a guide. In fact, I've never even looked at a guide on this game, because while there is one, I don't think it's really necessary. But it does add a little bit of a frustrating thing, because the game doesn't really tell you ahead of time that you need the keys to open the cages that your family members are hidden in. Now, I know you might be just saying, like, well, wouldn't that kind of be obvious? I mean, yes, when you finally do get to a family member, you'll realize that, okay, I am obviously missing something, but I don't know, I kind of wish the game let you know as soon as you started the game. It would have saved a little bit of time, but oh well. I remember the first time I played this game, I didn't know that, and I tried to get to the end, and all of a sudden I was told I couldn't because I didn't have all the family members saved and I didn't have all the keys, and thanks, game! You really just made my life a lot better there, didn't you? Dang it, I almost got 3 Galaxian. The way these slot machines work at the end of each level is you have the fruit that you collect throughout the level, and all the fruit you got, you throw into the slot machine. If you have 3 fruit left in there, at least 3 left in there, you play around on the slot machine where you gotta match 3 items together. And like classic slot machine, if you get the 3 together, you win something. In this, you get extra lives. And depending on whatever fruit you have lined up, it'll give you more lives. Galaxian is worth the most, so that's why I was trying to get that one. And if you only have 2 lined up, you'll get points, but oh well. Crazy Cannonade. Now this is where the game starts to get hard. Now it's not ridiculously hard, but hey, it is a step up from level 2 and level 1. Like I said, this game hits you hard with difficulty pretty soon. This is that wake-up call level. You better be on your best video game skills possible because you will die if you're not. Alright, time to eat these ghosts right here. They have no right of living on their own home island. I mean, after all, it totally looked like they were trying to kill me right there. I mean, they were just, kind of waving around randomly. Evil! Oh well, let's see what's up here. What's up here? It is the letter P. I am going to collect that, because even though I said I'm not doing a 100% run, I still want to show off the bonus stage for every world. Which, the bonus stage is activated by, well, getting 100% on the level. Now, a catch with this game is that 100% does not mean getting everything. Getting 100% simply just means getting all the letters of Pac-Man. You got the P, you got the A, you got the C, you got the M, you got the other A, you got the M. That spells Pac-Man. That is 100% for that level. Send that guy to the bonus stage. So yeah, that's how that works, which I think it's nice. It makes 100% something extra that's added, but not too stressful. It's not like Crash Bandicoot where you got boxes everywhere, or even Pac-Man World 2 where 100% means all the dots and all the fruit. Now that is just hair pulling right there, but oh well. So now let's get that nice apple right there and see what it can do for us. I thought I saw an apple door back there. Let's see if we can open it. If I can get in that door, which I can, because I just did. So stop laughing at me. I know what I'm doing. Shut up, just shut up! And I randomly threw a pack dot there. Oh yeah, I haven't even talked about that attack move yet. One move in this game that you have is the dot smash move, where you hit the attack button, you can set it to whichever button you want, and it makes you slam a pack dot on the ground and kills whatever is around it, or at least gets hit by it. And if you hold that button down long enough before you throw the pack dot down, you'll start spinning for some reason. And when you let go while spinning, you do a giant dot smash, which costs you 10 pack dots rather than 1, but it makes it where you smash 10 of them on the ground at once and makes a big explosion, and it can kill some enemies that you couldn't kill before, and it just covers more range, so that's nice. Although power pellets don't count to your pat dot numbers, so yeah, go figure. Time to get that guy. He got. So one other thing that I find weird about the dot smash though is I always thought Pac-Man was eating the dots, but apparently no, he's collecting them. Either that or he vomits them back out to attack, but I like to not think of it that way. But how does Pac-Man fit all that food in? Bottomless pit. Dang. But hey, it gave me a little bit of a shortcut. That's a seed. Pac. But as I was saying, how does Pac-Man eat so much food? I mean, he is a tiny ball, and he fits a mountain worth of food in his mouth, and somehow doesn't get any bigger or doesn't explode. How the hell does that work? I mean, is there like something, I don't know, how? It's a question that must be answered. I'm being honest. How does he do it? I want to know how he does it. I guess Namco will never tell us now. Thanks, Namco. You just ruined my life. again. First time by letting Pac-Man the Ghostly Adventures exist. Ugh. What a bad game. I refuse to ever Let's Play that game, ever. I might Let's Play World 3, which I don't like that much. I might do that one, but never the Ghostly Adventures. Oh yeah, thanks for Pac-Man World 3, Namco. That's also something I have to thank you for. Moving on, we got the M. Whoa! Ow! Cannonball hurt. So now let's open this door right here so we can head up here. Hello. So now, get that one piece of health wedge. Those things, again, you've probably already noticed earlier, they give you health. So if you get hurt, grab one of those. It's nice. And that is a Galaxian for Mr. Pac-Man right there. So now let's just head down. Head down. There we go. Yeah, another thing that I also haven't talked about yet is Galaxians in this game. If you find a Galaxian, you can take it to a Galaxian door. And when you do that, there is always a maze inside a Galaxian door. Or it's not a maze, but there is an item that teleports you to a maze. And basically, it's, you know, like a throwback to the original Pac-Man, how you just run around, avoid ghosts, and you can't jump and you can't stop running unless you hit a corner. So that's always fun. My only issue with them in this game is that rather than having it where you have your own lives for the maze and, you know, it works like the way Pac-Man would work in the original arcade game, your lives and health is shared in the mazes. And rather than a ghost being one-hit kill, it takes a health wedge away, which might sound nice at first, but here's a catch. Losing lives in a maze takes away your lives for just the regular levels. So, say you're playing a really hard level they haven't beaten yet and you're trying so hard to get past it, and hey, I'm gonna go in a maze, because, you know, why not? It'll release some stress. You go in a maze, you lose your last life, and you're like, wait a minute! That took away my level's lives. Well, too bad for you, man. You gotta start the whole level over again. Shame on you for wanting to have fun in a maze. Yeah, that's one issue with this game that I have. World 2 fixes that. It has its own life system for the mazes. But we'll get to that when we get to that. And it's time for a kaboom, smash, dead, everything on screen power-up. Except the bird. The bird has somehow survived. How did that bird survive? I thought I killed him. No matter. Now it's time for some platforming challenges. Time for cannon hopping. Oh yeah, cannon hopping. One of the hardest aspects of this level. Despite the fact that I haven't really died much yet, it's actually pretty difficult to get used to at first. I mean, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but it is a bit, like I said earlier, it's a step up from the previous levels. You know, you gotta make sure your timing's right, because the thing is, if you step on them when they're coming up, if they aren't completely flat, there's a good chance you could roll off and die, and, well, death is dangerous, so don't die. And if you grab the edge like that, that happens. You don't get up quick enough and fall down to a bottomless pit. Dead. You know, that's one thing about video games I always wondered. The phrase bottomless pit implies that there's no bottom. So when your video game character dies in the bottomless pit, does he actually die? Or does he just keep on falling until he runs out of water? Which would be about 3 days, because if there's a bottom, you know, there'd be no ground for him to hit hard enough to die from hitting it at terminal velocity. So, did they just fall for about 3 days straight until they get dehydrated? That would really suck, I must say. You know, forget all these torture stuff that people have to go through. The worst way to die is to fall in a bottomless pit in a video game. I mean, dang, that is rough. I never liked this part right here. It's a cool little set piece, but the camera does this weird camera turn thing. And when you're using a D-pad in a three-dimensional game and the camera's turning on a small area like this, you gotta be careful to make sure that you don't fall off. Because if you fall off, well, let's just say you're gonna be falling for 3 days until you die of dehydration. Careful. You know what annoys me the most about this camera turn right here is when you're off the boat, it just goes right back to normal. So what was the point of the camera turn? It just made that like walk harder when it shouldn't have. Oh well. Thanks. When I get my hands on that talk, man. Wait a second. I have no hands. Ah, somebody figure out who wrote that dialogue right there and give them a promotion. I got a perfect idea. I've heard of this project coming up called Sonic Boom Rise Alaric. Let's have him be the writer for that. I'm sure he'd fit that job description pretty well. Oh well, it's time for a bonus level. Like I said, whenever you get whenever you get all the letters of a level, you get to go to a bonus level. In this one, we have to get the metal power-up and get all the fruit underwater. We have about a minute to do it, so let's get to work. Extra life, bounce, and no! Okay, just give me a second, folks. I'm just gonna get all the other ones down here. We gotta get all the ones down there. Time to swim up really fast. Speedy. Yep, just look at Pac-Man go. Now, like I said earlier, you gotta be fast at these, because if you aren't, you'll run out of lives. And some bonus stages are pathetically easy, some are really hard. This one is kind of somewhere in the middle. One thing about bonus stages is that it's like the mazes, where if you die while, like, you can get hurt in the bonus stages, and if you die inside the bonus stage, you will actually lose a life in your regular game file, which is incredibly irritating if you don't have much lives, and blasted, I lost! I think there was just one more item in the bonus stage. If I had to swim up, there would have been an extra life, so I almost got it, but oh well, there's no punishment for losing it. Oh yeah, now that is satisfaction right there. Look at all those fruits and bells and fruits and... Let's see, are we gonna go gambling? We're gonna go gambling? Let's see, are we gonna go gambling? Yes, we're going gambling. Cherry! Wait for it. Gotta get a cherry. Yes! One more. No! Crud. Okay, let's try gambling again. Press O to try your luck. Cherry again. Cherry. Dang! Almost got it. Keep on trying to get the Galaxian, but I always stop one before, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go with cherries now. See? Yes. Cherry, then Galaxian. It goes cherry, apple, cherry, peach, cherry, Galaxian. And of course, one more Galaxian, and I get the extra lives, and... You've gotta be kidding me. No matter. I got a few more tries left for this, so I just gotta get it again, and... You know what, I might as well talk about something else right now while that's all going on. I was talking about the bonus stages, wasn't I? Ah, yes. And now, even though you can die in the bonus stages, most of the time, you don't have that big of a chance. I mean, most of them aren't that dangerous, but there are two where you do have a good chance of dying. One is the bonus stage in the Ruins level, which is the next world, and the other one is the bonus level of the Mansion levels, which that one you actually have a really good chance of dying, because it all takes place over a bottomless pit. Yeah, that's kind of a nice thing, isn't it? Sarcasm. Oh well, it's time for HMS Windbag, the first boss of all the bosses in the game. This is going to be epic, isn't this going to be epic? This is going to be epic. Oh my gosh, giant pirate ship that's flying! It's epic! Oh my gosh, it's shooting cannonballs! Wow! Now all you have to do for this part is just keep on running. You gotta keep on running fast, because if you don't, oh my gosh, I almost died! How was that plank back there even floating? The supports were knocked down. Oh well, I can't question this epicness. What could be more epic than a flying pirate ship floating across the sky, knocking down giant docks one at a time? Why are there even docks here when there's no water below? I don't care, it's so friggin' epic! Just keep going, and part one is over. Now part two, you can see every time you bounce one of these switches, what is that? Something comes up, it's like is it supposed to be like a fake pirate or something? I don't know. It's like a fake pirate, but... Yeah, I think it is, but there is always a sheet in between that makes the shape of a target. The catch is you want it to pop up, so when a cannonball comes towards you, it hits the target, and the target reflects it right back at the ship. Okay, just grab an apple. Don't let it be one of the bombs. If you let a bomb pop its bubble above you, you get hurt. In this boss isn't too hard. Just hit it with a few cannonballs, and you should be good. I think I just got one more hit right here. No, this is the last one. And satisfying death animation. BAM! Oh yeah, that is awesome. And one thing I hate about that boss is the fact that there is an awesome victory jingle at the end that's like the original Mrs. Pac-Man song, that but it always cuts out right before the last note. And it is so frustrating, and I don't know why it always does that. I've never heard it play all the way through, and I'm just like, if they're going to have something so satisfying like that, don't cut out the last note. It feels empty, and sad. I mean, come on. But oh well. Why are you wasting your time? There are more friends in trouble. Go get them! Why, yes, that is a good idea. I gotta go save those friends. After all, they're my family. Let's go save them. In the next part. Come back for part 2.